Hey everyone, welcome back to Addie P's Real Estate Tea, where today I want to briefly discuss a few things to do before you list your property that is tenant occupied. Now before I get into the video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like what you hear. Also comment if you want to hear more real estate related content, tips and so forth, like what you're hearing in this video. And also consider subscribing. I post here weekly now. I try to do Wednesdays, but definitely weekly. Your girl's trying. All right. And when you hit that subscribe button, also hit the bell notification to be notified of future videos on the channel. And you already know, if you're following your girl over on Instagram, don't forget to drop her a heart and show her some love. All right. Now, a few things that you want to do as a landlord owner of a property that is tenant occupied. Number one is you want to make sure that you have open lines of communication. Be straight up with your tenant. Let them know that you are considering or you are actually in the process of listing your property for sale. Also be truthful with them in the fact that they may have someone new as their landlord, or on the opposite end of that, they may have to find another place to go because that person who purchases the property may be an owner occupant. Of course, that's dependent on the property. If you have a multi-family property, there may not be a chance for that. That may not be happening. But whatever your situation is, make sure that you're straight up with the tenant so that way they know what's going on. Two, you want to make sure that before listing the property that you review leasing terms. Go over any current leases, make sure all of the leases are current together and so forth. So that way when you hand that information over to your listing agent, the person who's going to be listing your house, that they have the most current information and that those terms and conditions will then be conveyed to whoever the new buyer or the buyer or new owner of the property is. So we want to make sure that we have all of those documents in place. And also, if you watch my story time video, make sure please, I did reference that in that video, that if there are non-written or anything in writing, that's not in writing, excuse me, terms that you have with the tenant, to please disclose that. I can't tell you how many times I've run across situations where I've represented the soon-to-be new owner, and he or she has taken possession after settlement, and there's been these loose, verbal terms that have come across, like, oh, well, so-and-so took $75 off of my rent because I took the trash out for the whole building each month. Well, that was never written anywhere. So please make sure that anything that is verbal, that has not been conveyed in the lease, that is also disclosed as well. And lastly, you want to make sure that either yourself, or if you have a property manager, someone, or a representative, someone other than yourself, is actually going out and visually inspecting the property prior to listing it, to make sure that everything is buttoned up, make sure that the maintenance is ironclad if that's the case. And also you want to check with your township, borough, city, wherever the property is, and make sure that there are, if there's any kind of requirement for a pre-settlement inspection, or as they sometimes call it around here, a code inspection. Make sure that that is up to date, that is being obtained prior to actually listing the property. All right, so those are my tips. That's all I have for you all today, this week. I hope to talk to you all soon. We have some upcoming stuff with the market, seeing how things are going, and we are full steam ahead, almost at the end of the year here. We are, 90 days away, so we want to definitely take a look at what to expect in early 2024. Not that we all have a crystal ball and can say for sure, but we want to check that out. All right, guys, well, until the next video, you all have a blessed one. Take care.